Thank y'all for taking the time to be with us this morning. I'm going to officially call to order our October 2020 Morgan County Family Connection Collaborative meeting. And so we're going to start the meeting with a report from Veldy for the coordinator's report, and she'll share with us about the Baby Bulldog Literacy Initiative and also the annual strategic plan. So Veldy, I'll yield to you.
Okay. Thanks so much, Leanne. Yeah, I don't have a long list of things to kind of give an update on, but do want to update you on two things that are very exciting and important to the collaborative as we go forward. The first one is our Baby Bulldog Early Literacy Initiative. So we've been talking about this for a couple of years now. And basically, for those who may not know what this is where we are really focusing on being a part or bringing together partners to help work with families that help children 0 to age 5 years old before they actually go into kindergarten. And the whole goal is to work with families, all families in the community, to help make sure that all students are ready to start kindergarten by the time they enter those doors at 5 years old. And, you know, early detection and early screening is so important. And so we just want to make sure that they have the tools that they need, all families have the tools that they need in order to, again, ensure that their children are ready to start kindergarten by the time they get there. And it's not based upon, this is one of those initiatives that's not based upon socioeconomic status or anything. This is for everyone. You may have heard me report out in the past where we held an initial meeting for this initiative, just to hear from parents kind of what their thoughts were on early literacy and how they could prepare their children to be ready for kindergarten. And again, it was all across the board. It was no social economic status, race or anything. It was just parents in the room. And it was interesting to hear their feedback, because one of the things they said was that we don't really know how to prepare our kids for kindergarten. We Google stuff and we try to do the best we can, but you know, what are the criteria that the school system is looking for? How do I make sure that my child is ready to start kindergarten? And so we want to be a part of that. And so we're excited as we partner with the school system on a district-wide literacy initiative. And again, Family Connection will be focused on that population of 0 to 5. And we have a lot of partners that are already working with us to make this literacy program possible. And so the good thing about it is that as we come together even more strategically, we can make it more seamless, that we're all working together, everyone that has their hand working with families ages 0 to 5, that we're working together to make sure families have the resources, the information, the support that they need to support their children. So we're excited about that. And we hope to have more information. We're actually going to be meeting later this afternoon to talk more about this district-wide literacy plan. If you're, I do ask if you would mute yourself if you are not muted now. But the other thing that I want to talk about is our annual strategic planning session. And this is where we pull together all our partners from every sector of the community. And the goal for that strategic planning is to actually sit down, look at what's going on in Morgan County, the trends, the data, and how we as partners can come together and help address that. For the past 10 years or more, we've broken this down into 3 major strategies based upon the needs of the community. And so coming up on our next meeting in January, we're going to sit down again at the table, maybe virtual, but we'll see how things are then. But we're going to come together again to just look at the data. What's going on in our community? Are there any trends that we need to focus on? Do we need to change our strategic plan, community-wide strategic plan, due to the situation we find ourselves in coming out of 2020? Or are all the data still pointing to the fact that we're working on the same thing? And so we need you at the table, because we need every sector, from business, from schools, from nonprofit, churches, everyone to come together and say, this is what our community needs, so that all families are reaching their potential and being productive citizens. So we look forward to having you at that table. I would be reaching out to you for different data points that you're seeing, so that when we come together, we can dig through the data and decide what are we going to focus on as we go into 2021. So I'm excited about that, and you'll be hearing more about the strategic plan as we go forward. I just want to do, while I do have the opportunity, thank you all so much for all that you continue to do in Morgan County, supporting families and making things better for families here. We know that we continue to learn new and creative ways to reach out to families as we continue through the pandemic, but you continue to rock, and I really appreciate being a part of this community and working with you. So we look forward to our continued work together. Thanks, Leanne.
All right, Valdy, thank you. Next on the list was new business. Did you have any new business that we need to cover right now?
No, not at this time. We don't have any new business. The only old business was the fact that we got submitted the self-assessment, and I'm going to try to do it because it's an 80-page report. I'm going to try to condense it into a one-page report and send it out to everyone so that we can see how we did over the 2020 year. We'll say that for the most part, up until February, we were on track of completing and meeting all of our guidelines and benchmarks that we had set in place. But of course, after February, as we look at what we were able to accomplish, a lot of things were kind of put on hold or altered because of the pandemic. But again, we did find creative ways to continue to reach families. So I look forward to being able to pull that into a one-pager so you all can see how we did as a collaborative with you at the table to impact families. But that's all I have. Thanks.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Valdy. I would like to remind everyone that if you haven't already, if you'll type your name and what organization you're with in the chat box so we can capture who we have attending today. And as Valdy said, if you're not talking, if you'll make sure you're muted so we don't have any background noise or any feedback coming through, because we definitely want to hear this next segment that we have. So our community spotlight today, our agency spotlight, is the Madison Morgan Community Food Pantry, and we have with us Sherry Terrell. Sherry was born and raised in Morgan County. She's an associate broker with RE/MAX Realty and was recently inducted into the RE/MAX Hall of Fame, an elite and exclusive group of top producers. Sherry has always been community focused with a sincere passion for helping others. She's heavily involved in the community and serves on several boards. She's an active member of Union Springs Baptist Church. She has one son, Miles, and he's a 5th grader here in Morgan County at the elementary school. Sherry is the volunteer executive director of the Madison Morgan Community Food Pantry, where she's responsible for coordinating and organizing the weekly food distribution. So I'm personally looking forward to hearing her today and learning more about this endeavor. So I'm going to turn it over to Sherry and welcome you this morning. You're muted, Sherry.
Okay. Good morning. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you. Good morning.
I would like to thank you, Ms. Leanne and Valdy, for the opportunity and the invitation. I'm very excited to share a little bit about the Madison Morgan Community Food Pantry. I'll begin with a little history about how this organization came about. The Madison Morgan Community Food Pantry was organized and founded this year after the Morgan County Ministers Union, a local group of community pastors, saw the need to help struggling families with food during the COVID-19 pandemic. This group had an extra $1,500 in their budget for the year because their annual revival was canceled due to COVID, and they wanted to find a way to reach and give back to the community. A local pastor in the group suggested that they purchase groceries with the extra money to give away to families. You see, he had noticed that his own church's food pantry was being utilized more and more, and they were needing to restock it week after week. The ministers union never imagined the need nor the overwhelming support this gesture would garner. With schools being closed and parents laid off, something essential like providing food became a strain on many families. Most people don't realize that some families rely heavily on the schools to help them provide breakfast and lunch for their children. During that first week of distribution, they completely gave out of boxes. And by the second week, they had to move out of the downtown park area to the high school due to the traffic congestion from the number of people coming to retrieve their box of free food. This continued for many weeks thereafter, with the need growing from food to personal hygiene items like diapers for kids, soap, toiletries, adult incontinence items, to books to children to help them keep them occupied and engaged over the extended time they were out of the classroom. This giveaway continued through the summer months. With school reopening and the community still needing help with food, the giveaway moved to its present location, which is the original middle school cafeteria. And this has really been a perfect location. With the help of our mayor, Fred Pierman, the DDA chair, Ed Latham, and local visionaries, the space was made available and the Morgan County Food Pantry was founded. We have several board members. Robert Terrell is our chair. Miss Marie Pierman is our treasurer. Mary Parker Peters is the secretary. Mr. Peter Wabell, Eric Thompson, Mr. Butch Thompson, and Hope Burrows are our board members. All are key community leaders with a strong desire to help those in need. The mission of the Madison Morgan Food Pantry is to serve our neighbors by providing access to nutritional and essential foods and goods while demonstrating compassion, respect, and love. Our vision is a community where everyone has access to sufficient provisions that allow all to thrive. We currently are a nonprofit organization and we operate exclusively for charitable purpose with the meaning of the Section 501c3. We have placed our application with the IRS and currently awaiting our 501c3 status. We were recently challenged with raising funds and offered a matching grant to up to $10,000 by the Conrad Foundation. We are soliciting support from the community to help us reach this goal. Our food pantry exists and operates solely on donations. We are currently purchasing food on a weekly basis from the Ingalls, and we also utilize our local egg farm here, and we purchase milk from a local creamery, which is Rock House. And we purchase these items and give them away weekly. We have no paid staff. Everyone is volunteers. And we are blessed week after week with many volunteers that show up to pack boxes, direct traffic, distribute those boxes in a drive-through format to our community. These volunteers also help keep the pantry clean. We have ministers from the community churches that go out to the cars that are waiting in line to pray and agree with those that desire prayer. At this time, we have no requirement for anyone that gets food other than a need. We distribute the boxes every Saturday morning at 11 o'clock. If anyone wants to volunteer, we ask that you arrive by 9:45. Everybody wears a mask, and we're usually done serving the cars by noon each week. We are currently not open to the public on a regular scheduled day other than Saturdays. However, if anyone needs food, we are available to provide boxes of food to families any day of any week by calling our food pantry at 706-707-8900 or calling me direct on my cell phone. And that number is 404-787-7344. I can also be reached by email. Our food pantry email is mmcfoodpantry@gmail.com. You can also find us on Facebook, MC Food Pantry. Again, we don't have any requirements other than someone that needs food. We don't have income requirements. We don't take the names of anyone. We don't retain any information on any recipients, and they are allowed to come week after week. Many have asked if we accept donations. Yes, we accept monetary donations and food donations. Those monetary donations can be made payable to the Madison Morgan Community Food Pantry and mailed to P.O. Box 407, Madison, Georgia 30650. We also accept food and I'll give you a list of some of the staples that we like to keep on hand. Peanut butter, canned meats like tuna, chicken, salmon, canned vegetables like corn, green beans, lima beans, pork and beans, rice, dry beans, pinto beans, black-eyed peas, mac and cheese, soups, cornbread and muffin mix, canned fruits and vegetables and jams, instant potatoes, grits, cereal, oatmeal, granola bars, pudding, jello, lunch meat, hot dogs. We do have access to a refrigerator and a freezer. And each week we make sure all our families get some type of meat. I guess that's about it. If are there any questions?
If anyone has a question, you can unmute yourself and ask her now.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time and allowing me to share about the food pantry this morning.
Thank you, Sherry. That sounds like an amazing endeavor, and we appreciate all of your hard work to support our families in the community. So thank you for sharing, and now we are all aware of the need and hopefully can pitch in to help further your reach in the community. So we have 3 different strategy teams within the collaborative. And so each month we like to hear from several people in each of the different strategy teams. So we're going to start with our Children Safe and Family Strong team and hear from Maria about our Morgan County Parents as Teachers program. Maria?
Good morning. My name is Maria Arellano, and I am a parent educator supporting families from Parents as Teacher program. And I'm going to mention some of our recent updates. Listen, Learn, and Lead. This was the title of our virtual Parents as Teacher International Conference 2020. And we have the opportunity to attend different trainings leading the way to make better future for our community. We also have a new grant that started in October 2020, and we took in 5 new families that they are already receiving the benefits of this program. Next month, we will be screening children using ASQs 2 and 3 questionnaires. These are my tools to have an evaluation for each child. Right now, we are providing services for 20 families with 27 children, and we have made referrals for children that they need speech therapists. We have 6 children, and last year, we have 4 children have graduated successfully for kindergarten. So these are some of my updates, and I'm looking forward to another great day, and thank you for all your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Next is our Morgan County First Steps program, and Amanda will fill us in on this program.
Good morning. Can you hear me? Hi, this is Amanda. I am the coordinator for the Morgan County First Steps program. We provide universal support to families who have children ages 5 and under and expectant mothers. So I don't really have a big update. We started our 7th year for our new contract that started on October the 1st. We are going to serve 150 families. We just ended our 6th year and we successfully served 150 families. If you know of anybody who needs any kind of resources in the community, they can reach me at 706-612-0516. or they can email me at amanda.mcfirststepsprogram@gmail if you have any questions.
Thank you, Amanda. Next, we are going to hear about Project Free, and Brittany Thompson is with us, and I hear you've got some good news.
Oh, yes, we do. Good morning, everyone. So our last conversation, Project Free, again, this Project Free, this stands for Fostering Relationships and Economic Enrichment. We were eagerly awaiting to hear from our funder for our renewal. And of course, we have great news to share with you and to celebrate, because we were renewed from our funder for 5 more years. And of course, in celebration of that, and as also to share with you for all of the help and all that you have done to make us a success in serving the families in this area. We will convene a victory celebration, which will be next Tuesday, October the 27th, from 12:30 to 1:30 p.m. If you have not gotten our partner update or invite, please shoot me a text or email. My number is 706-286-2282, because we would definitely love for you to take part in that. But also just to give you an update as far as what we can look forward to for the next 5 years. We have expanded, and we offer services now throughout the state of Georgia. Now, however, we will be focusing more with our Elevate program, which services those in committed couple relationships. So I will definitely be following up with you as we move closer into the restart, or I guess the continuation of our program, as far as working with you more directly as far as any families or couples that you may know in your particular agencies, communities, churches that could definitely benefit from our program. But I hope to see you all next Tuesday, and just to recap the past 5 years. And again, thank you, and we look forward for what the next 5 years bring to us.
Thank you, Brittany. So our next strategy team is youth development, and I want to just remind you all that the teen maze that we do every year for the 9th graders in the county is planned for April 1st as the setup day and April 2nd for the actual teen maze. It takes gobs of volunteers to pull this off. So if you want to be involved, and you have been involved in the past, or you haven't been involved in the past, this is your chance to jump in with us. Our first planning meeting is going to be January 6th at 4, and the location will be announced closer to the time of that meeting. But you're welcome to come get involved with that particular simulation program that we do here in the county. I'm going to take a minute just to kind of update you about Morgan County Extension and 4-H as well. For my programming, we do the Serve Safe manager and food handler training. Just finished the food handler one up with the Morgan County High School Culinary Arts program. So that is something that we offer. We also offer early childhood education continuing hours for those working in our child care facilities. And then one thing that we're about to start in November is a Kids in the Kitchen program. It will be an after-school program, and kids can attend in person or virtually. And we did receive a Healthy Habits Walmart grant to fund this project. So if you want more information about the Kids in the Kitchen, it's really for 4th through 6th grade. You can give us a call or look on our Facebook page, Morgan County 4-H Facebook page. So next we will go into our educated and working community strategy team. And we have someone with us today that can update us on the Manufacture Ready and other workforce development programs that are going on. I know I saw Sid on, but I don't know if him or someone else wants to update us on that.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me? Excellent, very good. Hey, thanks for allowing us the opportunity to provide some information this morning. Just want to give you a heads up that money is still tight. We do have some funds available though for dislocated workers, for folks that have been put out of work due to lack of work. So I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of that. And we also have youth funds available for youth that are for people that are 24 and under. So we do have those funds available. So if anybody needs a training opportunity that's unemployed and looking for work, if they could call our office at 706-369-5703, and that's for dislocated workers and for youth. And we've also written some grants. So hopefully maybe next month I can give some updates and maybe that'll free up some other training opportunities. So that's pretty much our report, I think, this morning. Again, dislocated workers, folks that have been put out of work due to no reason of their own. And then we have youth funds available, and we've currently written some grants, and hopefully I can give an update next month. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Sid. I appreciate your time. How about a representative from Foothills Charter School, if you want to give us an update? I don't know that anybody's on, Veldy, from the Foothills.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's on.
Okay, all right. So those were our strategy team reports, and it's so good to hear the work that's still being carried out, even though we're doing things a little differently than usual. So now it's an opportunity for us to hear from those of you that we haven't heard from yet. So if anyone has other updates that you want to share, I think probably the easiest thing would just be for me to just call on people as I see them on my screen. And if you want to give us an update, you can. And if you don't have anything, you can just let us know that as well. So the first person in my view is Sylvia. So do you have an update you want to share?
Hello. Hey, everybody. I really don't have anything to update. I represent the community. I had an old book of resources, and I was thumbing through it, and I realized that some of those resources are probably not up and functioning anymore. So I decided to chime back in so I can update the resources that I have that are available, because I'm not attached to an organization, but I still spread information throughout the community if I had it. So right now, with everything that's going on, it's imperative that I have good information to give people. Resources that are actually that's actually going to be there for the people, because there is a need. So I'm just trying to reconnect. That's what I'm doing. So thank you for having me here.
Okay, thank you, Sylvia. And I know Veldy has a resources link on, is it on your website?
No, that one is not there anymore, but we do have a smaller resource guide that goes in our First Steps program. So we can make sure we share that with our partners so that they can have that list as well.
Okay, perfect. All right, next is Eric Joyce, if you want to update us.
Yeah, thank you, Leanne. The city of Madison, I just want to talk very briefly about some of our recreation programs. We've recently opened up Lambert Park. This is on the north end of town, up on North Main. This is the fourth park as part of our comprehensive plan to have a park within a 10-minute walk of every part of the city of Madison. So this is recently open. It's not quite complete, but it's certainly open for use now with trails and benches and actually barbecuing grills if anyone's interested. So this is the fourth one. The next phase would be to convert a existing house on that property into a community center and bathroom. Only one of our parks, Hill Park at the moment, has restrooms. So that's sort of our next phase. For the other three parks, Wellington and Gilbert and Lambert, is to do restrooms. We also have a recently opened Tot Lot. That's right behind St. Paul's AME Church on Whitehall, right at MLK. And that's a small, maybe 1/8 of an acre park for children, a little playground. That is just now recently almost complete. We have one future planned, I believe, on Maple Street, down by the mobile home area there, right off of Vine. Then the last thing I wanted to announce, I think I can officially do this now. Karen Robertson, who I think most of you probably know, has been recently accepted our offer of the city to become our Main Street director. She'll be replacing Ann Huff, who is retiring. So we wanted to welcome Karen to the city of Madison. I believe she starts next Monday, and be working with Ann for another month overlap. I think that's all I have, Leanne. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Jay, how about from the school's perspective?
Well, good morning, everyone. We are definitely very happy to be having school. I know there was some uncertainty at the beginning of the summer, at the beginning of the school year, but we are definitely pleased with the start of the school year. The week before the fall break was our first full week of school that we didn't have any positive cases for COVID, staff or students, and we haven't actually had a positive case for any students since September the 21st. So our schools, our community is doing a great job of keeping everyone safe, socially distancing, wearing masks when appropriate. So we're just really pleased with the protocols that have been put in place, and really the efforts of our teachers, parents, the community, and just helping to mitigate the spread. We know we're not out of the woods yet, but it is a good start, and we're pleased with the progress that we're making academically. Also, another big thing that started this school year that kind of went a little unnoticed, the new middle school building is open this year, so we're definitely very pleased with that product and just the space that gives our students, the quality of the building. It really has created a positive vibe there at the middle school. And of course, you know, this is our high school still hasn't had a full school year, and because we left early last year, they still haven't had a full school year in their new building yet either. So two great facilities that we're really proud of there. I do want to put in a plug. I'm not telling you how to vote, but I did want to just mention East Blast. That is not a new tax, but just a continuation that does support the school system and the projects that we have, including those two new buildings and some other capital projects, including technology, transportation, those sort of things that money can be utilized to help improve in those areas as well. So we're just happy to be in school and appreciate all the support from the community.
Thank you, Jay. We appreciate the update. Bryce, would you like to share anything?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Other than just to say that that the previous speaker for the city, our dear council member, kind of covered all the bases, and completely unrelated, we have a new plan tech. So that's about all the exciting stuff I can add to that one.
Okay, thank you. Allison Hawk.
Hi, yes, I do have a couple of updates. First, for those of you who don't know, Oconee Valley Healthcare is a federally qualified health center. We offer comprehensive medical, dental, and pharmacy services for everyone, uninsured, insured. It doesn't matter, we see everyone. A couple of updates from us. We have recently hired a chronic care management coordinator. So what she does is work with patients who have Medicare and have 2 or more chronic conditions. And she pretty much just helps streamline their appointments, medications, just kind of makes their medical life easier so they can get better help and not have to focus on that. They can focus on, you know, just enjoying their life instead of all their doctor's appointments. Our second update is that one of our PAs, Carrie Dawson, will start seeing patients at River Edge Behavioral Health in Milledgeville. So River Edge has services for mental health, substance abuse disorders, and intellectual and developmental disabilities. But they're not able to treat patients for primary care needs. And so our physician assistant is going to go down there and start seeing patients for any primary care needs that they have. But that's our two big updates.
Okay, thank you, Allison. Chris Thaxton.
Yes, hi. I'm Chris Thaxton with Athens Technical College, and I just kind of wanted to update you quickly on our GD program. We're back up and running in Morgan County. We offer online and in-person classes, so students can either come to class, or if they don't feel comfortable coming to class, they have a hybrid option where they can work online through WebEx conferencing and work directly with the instructor and the other students who are in class. And also we have a new program. It's called our Career Plus High School Equivalency Program. This is an inventive new program where we're piloting for the state of Georgia, and it allows students to earn a high school equivalency diploma while taking college credit courses. What's unique about this program is that they'll apply prior learning credits so that students can use credits from their high school courses that they've taken in past, and then also any sections of the GED that they've taken in past, they can apply to this high school equivalency diploma. The state will review the transcripts and then tell them, okay, you need this many credits in math, or this many credits of the 4 subjects, and the state will pay for them to take an online course to make up those credits. Then the second part of that is they earn 2 technical certificates of credit and a career pathway of their choice. These pathways are covered through financial aid, and there'll be no cost to the student taking that. So they're actually, once they earn the 2 together, then that's when they'll earn the high school equivalency diploma. So it's the 9 high school credits combined with the 2 technical certificates of credit, and that will earn them the high school equivalency diploma.
Wow, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
And being with us today too. Babs, do you have any updates?
No, thank you for asking. The only thing that I might add is that since Karen is taking over Main Street, which we are thrilled about, we are so sad to lose her at our Boys and Girls Club. She has been such a driving force. So I just want to give a shout out to Karen for everybody who knows her. We celebrated our 20th anniversary for FIRST, and we had no party, so we delivered little packages to all of our major donors with a little thankful book and a sweet made by the famous Jan Will Banks. So that's my update. Thanks for asking.
Thank you, Babs. I was fortunate enough to eat some of Jan's food the other day, so I can attest she's a great cook.
Excellent.
Yeah. Brittany Lowry, you want to share?
Good morning, everybody. I am with Advantage Behavioral Health in Greene County, but we serve Morgan County as well. And we are still open, still seeing new clients for intake. I'll put the phone number that clients can call in the chat to schedule a new intake. We are still offering telehealth services, and clients do not have to have insurance to come see us. We work with the state to be able to see uninsured clients as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Brittany. Travis?
No, ma'am, I don't have anything.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Lisa?
Good morning. I just have a quick update, and I'm going to turn it over to Margot Fowler. But my update is that we just received a fatherhood grant. Kind of against all odds, we applied for a grant, a federal grant, to run a fatherhood program, which we're calling Number One Dads. And we received a grant to operate in all of our counties, plus Newton and Jasper, I believe. And we will focus on parenting skills, healthy families, and healthy relationships and rebuilding relationships with children. Our population will focus on individuals who are incarcerated or who are formerly incarcerated or otherwise justice involved. For instance, they could be on probation. We will also try to connect the individuals to any education and training opportunities as funding allows and as it's beneficial or relevant to those individuals. And we'll do this primarily through our Achieving Career Excellence or ACE program. We will also do all essential employment skills, life skills, economic stability will be a big focus, including a lot of financial literacy programs. We're partnering with Regions Bank to help us with that. And we are really excited and hope that you all will bring more information to you and hope that we could get some referrals for any programs, especially programs that might have an audience that would be relevant. And this will, we're in our planning stage right now. We will kick this off actually to start working with participants April 1. And Margot, did you want to add something about CSBG update? Or should I?
Sure. Yes, definitely. So our community service office in Morgan County, as well as the other counties, are back open where coordinators are in the office. We are accepting applications for various services, including housing and employment, remotely as much as possible. However, if there are clients who are unable to apply for services remotely, Shanice, who is also on the call, will be able to accept clients through appointments only. And so they will call the Morgan County office to schedule that appointment to apply for services, whether it's in person or remotely. Shanice is going to be at the Morgan County office on Mondays and Tuesdays. And Shanice, if I'm not mistaken, it's 8:30 or 9 to 5 rather, each day. Employment opportunities, we're still accepting those applications for support for those who have recently secured employment or are needing a particular service, whether it's like a background check or a equipment piece or uniform to help them maintain employment. We're still accepting those applications. Back in September, we closed our fiscal year, and so we were able to provide various housing services throughout all of our counties. And even though COVID shut our offices down, very proud of the coordinators for still serving everyone to the best of their abilities to make sure that people were able to remain in their homes and have their utilities still intact. So if you have any clients who are needing, whether it's housing assistance or referrals and information or employment incidental support, just tell them to call the Morgan County office and speak with Shanice. Shanice, do you have anything to add?
No, I don't, but I can provide the number that they can reach me at, and I can put it in the chat.
Perfect.
Well, thank you all for that update. We appreciate your support here in the county. Next I see is Quisha. Say that right?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Quisha Glover. I work for YMCA Early Learning Head Start, where we service birth to 5. As of right now, for our early classrooms, we're completely enrolled. For my 3-year-old classroom and 4-year-old classroom, I am looking for children for the services. Currently, we do breakfast, lunch, AM and PM snack. It's a completely free program. We do just just turning in documents to make sure that the families are eligible for the program. We provide medical and dental vouchers. It's a great program all the way around. We're open from 7:30 to 3 now for kids. Before it was 2 o'clock. The only thing is we do not provide transportation services. We are partnered with Morgan County school system, so our 3-year-olds get to go over to the Georgia Pre-K program, and I'm very excited about that. This definitely has opened up new doors for enrollment, but I'm definitely looking for more 3 and 4-year-olds. Again, it's a completely free program. We provide, again, I said the vouchers, free meals. Right now, due to COVID, we students are only going 2 days a week. Certain classes, we might have 2 classes on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays we have other classes. We do 3 temperature checks a day. Our teachers are all degree certified. They have degrees and they do constant training. So I'm definitely looking to partnership with different agencies as well, because I do like to give those resources to my parents. So I'll put my information in the chat box if you guys would like to reach out to me. And we have monthly parent meetings, so I definitely will be contacting some of you guys to ask, could you guys talk to some of my parents so they know the resources that we all have available for Morgan County as well.
Yeah, thank you. Larica?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Good morning. I am Larica with the ATCC. We do not have any updates. Just a reminder that we are a resource for the community for anyone that's struggling with substance abuse issues. We also have a mental health department where we just try to set everyone up that is a part of our program for success once completing the program. With a GED, high school diploma, just making sure that they have gainful employment as well as a clean time, just to get them back on track once being released. But no additional updates for us.
Okay, thank you. Donna Brown?
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good morning. I'm Donna Brown with the Madison Morgan Boys and Girls Clubs. And I just want to piggyback off of Dr. Babs in saying that Ms. Karen will be truly missed. But I will be the interim director for the Madison Morgan Boys and Girls Clubs. So if you guys need anything, my email is dbrown@bgcncg.com. And the telephone number is 706-342-1117. So if you guys need anything. And thank you so much. We are going to truly miss her.
Thank you, Donna. Congratulations on your new position.
Thank you.
All right, next is Dominic.
Good morning, everyone. I don't have any additional updates. Lisa and Margot provided updates for action, but I will put my information in the chat box if anyone needs to reach me. We are still accepting students into our Excel program. So if you know any students that are in college or maybe starting in the spring that may need additional assistance with tuition or books, please have them reach out to me and I'll put my information in the chat box.
Okay, thank you. Kimberly Bennett.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Kimberly with Circle of Love. I'm sorry that my video is not working today. I don't know what's going on with that. But we're a domestic violence shelter, and right now We've had a full house. A lot of the ladies have been able to find safe locations. We have some more families coming in this week. Our TPOs, Paula Allison, which all of you know her, she's had surgery on her knee. So hello?
All right, and you did.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. There's someone that's not muted. So
okay,
yeah. No, you're good. Y'all be sure to
Okay.
mute if you're not talking. All right, I'll let you talk, Kimberly.
Well, I was just going to give you an update on Paula Allison. She's usually at these meetings, and she had surgery on her knee a couple of weeks ago, and I think she has a few more weeks in recovery, but she's doing well. She is still doing her TPOs, and we have another lady that is helping her with the TPOs. We've been inundated with those lately. As of July, we had reached the same number as what we had the whole year before in the number of TPOs. So this COVID has really affected, the stress level in families, and we're seeing it firsthand.
Yeah, thank you, Kimberly. That was one of the things that I was afraid would happen during this time. So we appreciate y'all's work. Next is Jasmine.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jasmine with the Georgia Department of Early Care and Learning, Bright from the Start. I do have one update just to share. DECAL has partnered with the Georgia State University to offer a one-day virtual summit called Collaborating for Childhood Resilience in Early Care and Learning. And so we are inviting early learning professionals, leaders, and community partners to join together for this event. It's going to be offered for 2 different days, so you can attend one or the other, November 21st and December 5th. I will put the flyer in the chat box. This is a really great opportunity, again, to learn more about how to support families and support children who have experienced trauma. If you work closely with families and children, again, this is a really great opportunity. And on the flyer, it will tell you how to register. Our keynote presenters for this event is Melissa Sadin. She's with Ducks and Lions Trauma Sensitive Resources. And then also Joshua McNeil. He's the director of Neurologic Initiative at Lakeside. We will have some really great concurrent workshops. Just to name a few of the titles, we have the trauma-informed classrooms, brain region specific interventions, and the 3 R's for building resilience in children. Again, we're sharing this with community partners, those especially who work with children and families, and we just hope that you all are able to attend. I will put the flyer in the chat box, and I'll also send it out via email. So feel free to contact me with any questions. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Angela Browning.
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I've had my voice is just trying to get back. So I apologize, y'all, for the way I sound. But I don't know. Some of you may or may not know who I am as far as, I apologize for what I do with GVRA. And I don't get a chance to talk with you guys often. So I've been trying to jump into the meetings and see where I might be of service, or just to let you know that I'm out there. And that is that I work through the Morgan County High School, and I serve the children that are currently under an IEP, which is an individual education plan, and have some type of a disability that qualifies them for that. And we work with students to prepare them for employment after high school. So it's transitioning into employment after high school, if that is their goal. And many students, don't really have a handle on what they want to do after high school. And we work to try to help them identify their skills and strengths and aptitudes where they might best serve them in the workforce after high school, or to go on to college if that's their goal, to obtain more skills of some sort, whether it's college or vocational training, so that they can go further in pursuing careers later down the line. So that's what I do there in Morgan. I also serve Walton and Social Circle, but Morgan has been part of my area for a few years now, and I'm working with Ms. Jessica Washington to try to best serve the kids out there that need these services for really employment goals after high school.
Thank
So if
you.
you guys know of anyone that falls in that category and you are unaware, the way to connect with our program is to have their teacher submit a referral form, which I've provided to the school on their behalf, and then I would reach out to them directly.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I don't know the name. It's just showing up for me as XTCR0342. Okay, not sure who that is. So we'll move on to Anthony Ivy. All right, we will try Terry Howard.
Hi there, good morning. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is still morning. I'm a little bit confused with my time. I'm Terry Howard. I'm actually with the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the Madison branch. And what I'm trying to do is find out what resources, how we can collaborate with members who need things in Madison. I'm the new Relief Society president, so I'm not very familiar with everything that's available in Madison. And so I was invited to this meeting hoping that I can find out how what programs are available and how the members can take advantage of them.
Okay, well, we appreciate your being with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is definitely the table to be at, because the collaborative really brings everyone together for that, overall, that overarching purpose to serve the community. Did I miss anyone that didn't get a chance to give us an update? I know there's a couple of people on the phone, so I just want to make sure. Okay. I think we've heard from everyone. I do want to remind you all that our next collaborative meeting will be November 17th, most likely virtual, I'm assuming, Veldy. And our agency spotlight for November will be the Goodwill of North Georgia, and we'll have with us Kate Davis to give us an update. So make sure that if there's anything in the chat box that you want to write down, that you have that information, that you put your information in the chat box as well, so that we'll have that as a record. We really appreciate everyone's time this morning. We like to try to keep this meeting to an hour, and I think we did a good job this morning. So thank y'all for your diligence and your attention. Veldy, is there anything else that you need to add?
No, I think that covers it all. So we look forward to seeing everyone in November. Appreciate everyone being on the call today. Hope that you learned something or got some information that would benefit you and or the families that you serve. Thank you.
Thank y'all. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.